As a startup medical school in a community that's very poor and very rural and military and young, um, it's been incredibly helpful to have SmartPath on board as a partner in adding processes and legitimacy to what we're trying to do as a school of medicine. It's allowed people to take faculty affairs and faculty development more seriously and helped us to design processes that people can understand. And to me, it felt like we were laying down railroad ties that the system, the institution could run on. And so in that way, I'd say SmartPath has been a valuable partner in helping us get off the ground. They're professionals at what they do. So there was never a time when I asked a question and they didn't know the answer. I would say something, I would even say words. I'd be like, the dean is concerned about XYZ and we're not sure. And Deb would go, oh, well, I can just do this in the workflow and it's all fixed. And I would be so impressed because we want the dean to be fully satisfied and not have to even think about these processes a lot of the time. And she's been able to do that for us. So highly professional. There are two examples that come to mind just to kind of highlight what I'm going to say. And it stands out in just availability. And then you said earlier, no stupid questions. With other vendors, there have been times when I felt like they were brushing me off or a question I was asking was irrelevant and they would just send me straight to a ticketing system. And it has not been that way with my experience with SmartPath. So like I kind of mentioned a little while ago, there was a workflow issue where the dean was not able to access what he needed to access to finish the evaluation process. And it was Friday afternoon at 4:30. And I was working remote and I knew Deb was traveling. But I sent her an email in Outlook and I said, hey, if you get to this Monday, that's great. And she called me. I was in Target with my kids and she called me at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And she had already gone in the workflow. She identified the issue and she fixed it immediately. And so she was able to make it to, she was so professional and so fast that the dean never even knew that there was a glitch in the matrix. So that's what we want. And then the partway through our working on the faculty evaluation module, there was a change in developers, I believe, or some sort of a staff change. And we were supposed to start using the ticketing system. And neither myself nor my office mate, who also operates SmartPath, knew how to use the ticketing system well. And so I kept bombarding Deb with emails instead of sending in a ticket. And not one time did she make me feel bad about that. Not one single time. She just quickly fixed it and she would say, oh, just so you know, you can do this in a ticket. And it was the nicest, sweetest thing. So the difference there is other vendors, they would just stop answering your emails at some point or give you an automatic response that said, see ticketing system. But Deb's been a person and that's a big deal. Which blows my mind because to me, looking at the professionalism of SmartPath and the capability of the system and how much functionality it had, I thought for sure this was like a huge operation, like a big corporation type of thing. So, but it had the small business vibe and the relationship. So it's astounding to me that a small team can do this level of work. I mean, you've got these big, huge schools where you have so many different workflows and so many different modules, and they can handle thousands and thousands of faculty. And then they can pivot from doing that to serving our brand new, no students in the door yet institution with the same ease. And that actually, the fact that they have such a wide range of clients helps us because Deb's able to look at different clients and while protecting their information, she's able to say, hey, another school has done XYZ, and based on your mission and your alignment, we think you should benefit from that. And so her insight has been able to help us build out our modules custom to what we need. So they're able to pivot, I'd say, is a really good word for that. And it's not like we've had to convince them what our values are, Deb already knows that. Like, there have been times when she's told me, like, because I'm fairly new to this role, it's a new medical school. So there have been times when I've been working on something and she'll say, hey, Erin, the dean's gonna want XYZ. And I'm like, thank you very much, because I didn't know that. But she has the experience, she knows that that's how it's gonna go. Or she'll say, the faculty is not gonna wanna do that. And we're gonna have to make that a drop down. Or, she's just had really good insight like that, because we don't have to get her in alignment. We don't have to get SmartPath in alignment with what we're trying to do. They're already running congruent to that.